to welcome my very special guest today, Mr. Ian Gillan.
Hello, 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 hello.
Bit of a rough night last night,
Yeah,
Ian?
some party.
Really?
Some party, Mick, yeah.
You didn't invite me, though, did you?
Oh, you couldn't stand the pace, mate. You could not stand the pace. I've seen you at parties. You go around kissing everyone.
I thought you said you were going to wear a funny mask for the show.
Yeah, well, I decided not to, and I came as myself.
Roger couldn't make it, of course. Where's Roger today? Where's Roger Glover?
Roger is mixing a live Deep Purple album.
A live Deep Purple?
Yes.
Right, say no more, because you have got a new album with Roger out at the moment.
Yes.
And a new single.
Yes.
So I think perhaps we should show the people what it is, and then we'll talk all about it, all right? You see, we're all friends on this show. This is Ian Gillan and Roger Glover. Their new single, this is called She Took My Breath Away. I say, that's a bit frightfully groovy, isn't it? That's a brand new single there for Mr. Ian Gillan and his mate, Mr. Roger Glover. And there's the album, just a quick look. I'll be showing you more of that later on, so we'll hide that away. Called Accidentally on Purpose.
Exactly.
Now, Ian, the obvious question is, what is a big rock singer like you doing recording stuff like this? What was the idea behind it all?
The only chance you really get to go and make videos with 4 women wearing little black dresses and not very much underneath. That's the only reason.
And there I was thinking it might be something musical.
Oh, yes, it's very musical. It's a change. Roger and I have been working together for a long time, and when we finished the last Purple album, The House of Blue Light, we decided it would be fun to, as we had a month off, to go, you know, I mean, it's a hell of a life. We had to go and do all this work in Montserrat, and there was no point doing Deep Purple type stuff, so we did something completely different. Right. In order to make videos with 4 girls wearing short black dresses and not very much underneath.
So tell me, is this purely a one-off with Roger now, or do you think perhaps in the future there could be...
What's he got to do with you? You keep your nose out of my affairs. Keep a civil tongue in your head.
Well, I don't know. I mean, I thought, you know, I liked it so much, I thought, you know, there might be another one day.
There will be, yeah. I think probably whenever we get time off from Deep Purple, which isn't very often, we'll go and make another record.
Right, right.
It only took a week.
It only took a week?
No.
Now, you mentioned, of course, Deep Purple are doing a live album. I suppose you're going to tell me that's not true now, either.
It's true.
It's true?
Yeah, we've got about 60 concerts that we recorded last year around the world, and Roger's now sifting through the tape because we can't be bothered to do it.
Have you got the show...
The only problem is, we only took 1 tape recorder out, so the tape kept running out, and we had to... there's bits of songs missing. So you're normally supposed to have 2, you see. So.
It's wonderful working with true professionals like my friend here today, Mr. Ian Gillan. Anyway, listen, seeing as we're speaking about Deep Purple, let's have a bit of Deep Purple now, remind you of what this man is supposedly all about, and this is called Bad Attitude. Deep Purple and Bad Attitude there, one of my favourite singles from last year, as everybody knows who watches this show regularly, and doesn't everybody, he said, gibbering. What's that? Oh. Hey, listen, I must ask you, of course, what does old Richie Blackmore think of you going off doing a solo record with, or an independent record with Roger Glover?
I don't think he knows.
And if he does know, he's not letting on,
That's right? Yeah. He sort of goes, you know. No, I think, you know, they probably got the attitude, well, you know, let them go and get it out their systems and that sort of thing, you know. But Purple's always been involved in tangential projects. It's like this... concerto for group and orchestra John wrote, and the Jesus Christ Superstar thing. Roger did the Butterfly Ball, and the Mask, and various other bits and pieces. I think it is good. It keeps.
Of course, old Richie's done a few things himself, hasn't he?
I like that, old Richie.
Oh,
yeah, great.
Sorry, Richie, sorry, Richie. Oh dear, oh dear.
Yeah, he's been known to do the odd encore and things like that. Yeah. Which is a diversion for him.
Listen, what is this thing with encores? I mean, like, he's very weird about them, or perhaps you're all weird about them. Why don't you... Sometimes you come out and he won't, or sometimes he comes out and you don't.
Yeah, it's...
Have you ever actually all come out at the same time for an encore?
Once or twice, yeah. I think, really, we like to keep the Deep Purple shows spontaneous, actually. In our language, spontaneity is another word for incompetence, basically. But, you never know what's going on. No 2 shows are the same. And Richie, I think, like a lot of people, feels that, you know, an encore should be something which is spontaneous, and it should be something that if the place is just exploding, then it should be done. And sometimes he thinks that the place isn't exploding enough, and personally feels that he shouldn't do it.
Right.
But, you know, I may, on my side of the stage, it may be feel a little different, you know.
Sure. All right. As I said earlier in the show, I was down in my basement this week, digging out a couple of old uns, and seeing as Ian was coming on, I couldn't resist this, because I found this, and I know I've said this already on the show, but I bet you we have never seen this on the show, OK? This is Gillan and Lucille. Get out of your rocking chair, Grandma. That's what little Richard once said to me, and I'll go along with that. When was the last time...
Can still do that. Dislocated my tongue once.
Oh, dear. When was the last time you saw that video?
Last night. Strangely enough. I had a couple of mates around and we were, you know... I got it out about 4 o'clock in the morning.
And then you watched the video?
Yeah.
We'll say no more. We'll say no more. So, what, do you feel weird, though, when you see that the old band, yeah? Old Bernie Tormé on the old guitar? And...
Brilliant, eh?
Yeah.
Amazing. No, good. Brings back good memories.
Yeah, yeah.
Really does.
All right, now listen, apparently you've been very good enough to give us 6 copies of your new album with Roger called Accidentally on Purpose. And we're going to do a competition.
A compare.
A compare, because we're very nice on this show. What's the question? What have they got to tell us, Ian? What have they got to tell us?
OK.
On, put the mask on for this one, because it's important.
OK, who am I?
Tony Iommi.
Got it right in one. OK.
Sorry, Tone. What's the
competition
question?
Is...
Yes.
Which band, the name of the band that Roger Glover and myself were in before we joined Deep Purple.
Deep Purple.
This band was in existence between 66 and 69.
All right, you see, very simple. If you want to win the new Gillan Glover album, name for us which band Ian Gillan and Roger Glover were both in together before they joined Deep Purple. And the clue is it was in the late 60s there. What could be easier? What could be easier? All right? Listen, Ian, it's been great to see you again. Thanks for coming on. I hope you're feeling better soon.
It's great, yes. I've got the pills for it.
And listen, also as a little surprise, I thought we'd play out now with an old Samson video, because it's got Bruce Dickinson, who's in Iron Maiden now.
Yes.
Doing probably his greatest Ian Gillan impersonation.
Wow.
And this is Samson and Hard Times. Oh, it's so sad, isn't it? Oh, I won't forget you. Oh, I just wish I could remember you, that's all. Anyway, that was a really big kiss. Bet you wish you hadn't asked now, eh? Anyway, these boys, they're...